Well, we've worked our way through some great fights. This is the scene backstage. The California Kid, Uriah Faber, the defending featherweight champion of the world, will be in the cage next, facing his toughest opponent in a long time, Jens Pulver, who's never lost at 145 pounds. It's coming up next. Final preparations being taken place backstage. There you see the challenger, Jens Pulver, coming over from the UFC. In his first fight, he took out Cub Swanson. Now he gets Uriah Faber. There is the California Kid. He has been fantastic. He is the complete package. I think we've run out of superlatives for Uriah Faber, but tonight, as you pointed out, Frank, he certainly will have his hands full.
He does. This is a test now of Uriah Faber. So far, the champ has ran through everybody. Excellent wrestler, good striker, great jiu-jitsu guy, and he has that untangible factor that he's just so well conditioned that his conditioning alone defeats people. But now he has a true test in Jens Pulver. It'll be a great fact that we can see our champ get pushed to the limit.
Well, Jens Pulver, as we've said, has never lost at 145. He has been a legend in the UFC. He now comes over to the WEC. Fought Cub Swanson very tough, got him in the first round. Do you see the same thing happening here? Does Uriah Faber overlook Jens Pulver?
Not at all. Uriah Faber is a true professional. He's not overlooking Jens Pulver. Jens Pulver is a deadly, deadly guy. Undefeated at 145. At 155, he was the champ at the UFC. Now that he's back down to his real weight, devastating guy. No one's beating this guy at this weight class.
Does Uriah Faber hold on to his title, or does Jens Pulver come into his house and take it away? It's the California Kid taking on Jens Pulver. The joint is completely packed in Arco Arena, and they are expecting a big show.
This is big for the WEC, yeah. Big for 145, yeah. But this is one of the biggest fights of the year.
Got a lot of respect for him, but I'm gonna be trying to take his head off.
He's the champ, period, and he's been rolling through people. That's gonna be tough to stop. Literally, I got a big man beat on him. It's time for Big Brother to come in and put the boots to Little Brother.
You can shake hands before and shake hands after and bring hell in between. That's what's gonna happen. It's not just coming from me, it's coming from him. I know he's gonna be trying to knock my teeth out, and I'm gonna be trying to rip his head off.
I don't have to hate him to hit him as hard as I possibly can. I definitely don't have to talk trash about him to go out there and try and beat the living mess out of him.
It's gonna be like a tornado of, things flying, and it's gonna touch down in the cage, and one guy's going home with the belt.
One of the reasons why I need this belt, I need to be the best now, because I'm a different person. Sport's a different place, the world's different to me, and I wanna be the best.
He's a dangerous guy. He's pointing his finger in my face saying, "This is my belt, I'm taking it from you."
Nobody knows how bad I want this belt. I need that belt, I want it. My career needs it, I need it.
I know I'm gonna win. I know I'm keeping my belt.
So both combatants are inside the cage as we take a look at the tail of the tape for this championship bout. Uriah Faber checks into 29 years of age, 5'6", tipping the scales at 144.5 pounds. There you see his reach. Jens Pulver, 4 years his senior at 5'7", 145 pounds. The reach almost identical. The talent level almost identical. Without any further ado, we send it inside the cage. Joe Martinez has the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the sold-out Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, the moment we've all been waiting for. 5 rounds for the WEC Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in officially 145 pounds. Professional record, 22 victories, 8 defeats, and 1 bout even. Fighting out of Bettendorf, Iowa, here is a former UFC champion, Jens Pulver! Next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He is a mixed martial artist. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, he weighed in 144.5 pounds. As a professional, he has tasted defeat just 1 time in 21 professional bouts. Bringing 20 victories into the cage, He is the fighting pride of Sacramento, California. He is the reigning and defending WEC featherweight champion of the world, the California Kid, Uriah Faber. Referee in charge of the action, Josh Rosenthal.
All right, gentlemen, we've gone over your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all times, defend yourselves all times. Touch gloves, go back, and let's do this.
The wait is over, the belt is on the line. Will it be Jens Pulver or the California Kid Uriah Faber? We're about ready to find out. This one's scheduled for 5 rounds.
Ready? Let's fight!
And Frank, right off the bat, what I noticed is Uriah Faber not quite as aggressive as he has been in the past 3 or 4 fights.
Oh, that is a nice right
Big
hand.
straight right.
He's not going to rush straight in on Jens Pulver. Not when he has that left hand cocked like that. That's a great strike to throw. The right roundhouse, because it keeps it nullifies Jens Pulver's left hand. He has to block that kick, and if he's blocking it with his left hand, he's not throwing it. That was a nice knee. One to the hip there, return the favor, Jens Pulver's.
And we've seen Uriah do crazy stuff in the clinches before.
He does. He has great head control though. See how he's got his head in there? Very difficult. Nice uppercut. Again, the right hand. This is the nicest I've seen Uriah Faber stand up. Look. Wow,
He is just teeing off right now on Jens Pulver.
He's coming in like a Bernard Hopkins type right hand. He's ducking his head, makes it safe. It's hard to retaliate back, and he's firing that right hand right behind it. It's like a double weapon.
Faber giving Pulver all kinds of angles to look at here early on, and Faber with a slip.
That's, I think, an indication of how that fight was going. The fact that Jens Pulver was quick to take advantage of that slip and jump on top of it. A lot of people would probably have thought, including myself, that he would have wanted this fight to stay on its feet, but Uriah Faber is winning the fight on the feet.
Let's not forget, Jens Pulver is a former Division I wrestler from Boise State University. He's no slouch on the mat, but I agree with you. I think he'd rather keep this thing on his feet.
I don't think that that's the same feeling he's having now, though. The fact that he took it down like that showed that he needed to catch his wits about it.
And an inadvertent poke in the eye. That shows the mutual respect, and I think the best comment we heard was, you know, I respect the guy, but I still want to knock his block off.
That's it. When you two guys go in there in mixed martial arts, you just want to fight, find out more about yourself, test yourself. There's no animosity needed. You just go out there and you go to war. Nice right hand to the body. But left hook, lead hook, right hand back. Jens Pulver throwing it to the body of Uriah Faber. Man, Uriah Faber's really got that right hand working for him right now. Lead straight right.
Jens comes up with a big knee, you're right.
That's a good answer for that fact that Uriah is ducking his head in.
I'm telling you what, the heavy hands of Uriah Faber is something we haven't seen in a while.
We haven't had to. His formula of fighting, of just taking his opponent down, overwhelming him with takedowns, and crushing them with his ground and pound or submissions has always worked. Now we've seen him. That's the great thing about being in a tough fight. We get to see more of what the champ is made of. We never knew he could box like this. Now he's in a situation where he has to.
He's cocking that right hand and coming at all kinds of angles with Pulver. Brings in a knee. Jens Pulver with great exchange returns as well.
Great stand-up from Uriah. I'm really impressed. We know Jens was good on his feet. He's boxed professionally. Very well versed with the hands and kicks. Then again, the straight lead right hand.
And a combination as he comes back.
A left hook and slip to counter straight left by Jens.
A wry smile from Jens Pulver, but Uriah Faber continues to come with combinations.
Nice body kick.
With less than a minute to go here, Uriah Faber barely looks winded. We've talked about his conditioning. It is world class.
He can't get tired. I think it's humanly impossible for him. Spinning bag knuckle. There we go. Nice combination retaliation from Jens. Best combination so far of the match for him.
What a revelation the stand-up attack of Uriah Faber has been. You bring up a good point, Frank. We haven't had to see it over the last 4 fights because they've all ended in the first round by submission.
Here we see him against a top-quality guy, one of the other best fighters in the world in his weight class. And this is the great thing about seeing this. Look at this. We're seeing the best of Uriah Faber being brought out and the best of Jens Pulver.
Less than 10 seconds to go here in round number 1. We're going to round 2 with the featherweight belt on the line back at Arco Arena in Sacramento in just a moment. Back in Sacramento, California, we're set for round number 2 of a featherweight title bout between that man, Jens Pulver, the challenger, and the defending champion, Uriah Faber.
Uriah's definitely setting up a lot of things. Oh,
unintentional kick from Uriah Faber. Jens stepped into it, and Uriah's foot was already there. Let's look at it one more time.
Uriah was trying to throw an inside leg kick here. You see it coming across. He was trying to go, and he just came too deep. It's a matter of inches to mess that kick up. It truly is that unintentional. But going back to what Uriah might be setting up now, the fact he's firing that straight right hand, he's being very successful with it. He's got Jens distracted from what we thought Uriah would do in the first place, which make this a ground fight. Now he's going to lull Jens into a stand-up fight, and let's see if any of those right hands ends up turning into a takedown. Yeah, that was a pretty good call, huh?
Frank has got his crystal ball working well tonight. Uriah Faber now going to what we thought it would be in round number 1, an all-out assault towards Jens Pulver, but the veteran Pulver, he knows exactly what's coming, he knows how to defend it.
Yeah, this is the worst place to be with Uriah Faber. Him on top of you, against the cage. He is a master of this position. Very strong, great jiu-jitsu. He can pass, he can strike, and I guess he just hits so hard from this position and doesn't get tired. Some guys will lay on you. They're taking a break here. He ain't taking a break. He's looking to go ahead and put your head through the mat.
Constantly moving, Uriah Faber. Jens Pulver trying to find a way out or just to neutralize what Uriah Faber is able to do down here.
He's doing a good job. He got that left overhook. He's got Uriah's right arm pinned. It's doing decent. He's not taking a lot of damage. I've seen a lot of people a lot worse off than wear in that position. In fact, he just got up to his feet. Now easy feet against the champ.
Great work by Jens Pulver, getting this back onto its feet.
Uriah's winning the stand-up roar, and Jens just got up from the bottom being held down. Nullified Uriah Faber's ground and pound, really.
During the first round break, Jens Pulver's corner said they want to see more kicks from him.
I think to nullify the head movement of Uriah Faber. His head's moving so nicely. It's hard to hit that with a punch, but he can raise a kick up or a knee, and it takes a wide angle shot at it. Vicious uppercut. Wow.
Faber going to town on Jens Pulver.
There's a flying knee again. What a chin from Jens. To take that shot and keep in this right now. Did you see the arm? Oh, what an uppercut.
Trying to regroup, and Faber's going to town. He's teeing off on Little Evil.
Wow. Jens Pulver's a hero. Look at that, holding off in that onslaught. The champ was going after him. Not many guys in the world would still be here right now. That's amazing, and he's throwing back.
Jen's a little slow in the feet right now. You see, and now he's giving it right back to Uriah, and I gotta guess Faber's saying, "You gotta be kidding me."
Wow. Look
Big
at the turnaround. Is Uriah a little hurt?
Tags him again.
Jens has a good choke from this position. We've seen it against Cub Swanson. He's really improved upon his jiu-jitsu. Not a place for Uriah to rest. Here he's starting to pull the arm through. He's starting to set up. Look at that, he's getting the arm through. Uriah's identified it. He's hitting a short drag to take the back. He has the hips. Uriah moved in front, though. I don't understand that one.
Frank, we are just flat out seeing the best in the business right here.
Oh, and now Uriah's coming back.
Working those angles again on Jens Pulver.
I think Uriah maybe had to take a little bit of a break, caught some shots when he was going in after Jens. And now it looks like both have recouped. Look at that right hand of Uriah Faber. It's a hammer, it's fast. His right hand now looks just as much of a factor in this fight as we thought Jens Pulver's left hand was gonna be.
20 more seconds. Jens Pulver looking for that break that's coming. Uriah Faber trying to bring on the onslaught right now. And he just can't set him down. And that's it. We will go to a third round. Pulver and Faber head-to-head. Back inside Arco Arena, the partisan fans cheering for Uriah Faber, but if you're mixed martial artist fans, you've got to be impressed with Jens Pulver.
This fight has been everything it's been built up to be.
Round number 3 underway. We are scheduled for 5. This for the WEC featherweight title of the world. The defending champion, Uriah Faber, takes a big kick from Jens Pulver. And Frank, I gotta tell you, with about 30 seconds to go, I thought Jens Pulver was done. Faber was throwing everything at him.
He was, and then he came back, and Jens looked like he had Uriah in trouble. And then it turned once more. This fight's going back and forth.
Great sprawl by Jens Pulver.
Wow, the speed.
Look how quick. And the recovery by Pulver.
Right now, one difference I'm seeing so far in this fight is just pure quickness. Uriah Faber is quick. That seems to be the element right now that's affecting Jens. He has the height and reach advantage, but the speed and quickness with Uriah closing the distance and firing that straight right down is just difficult to deal with. Look at that right hand down the middle
Big straight
again.
right, and Jens Pulver says, bring some more. Uriah Faber happy to oblige. Nice
Uriah put his
uppercut.
hands out, got caught with the left uppercut.
There is a nervous anticipation inside a sold-out Arco Arena. I think a lot of people did not think this would go to the third round.
Oh, fake shot, right hand. Perfect classic combination in MMA. Uriah ducking his head again. He's eating 2 uppercuts now. Uriah was hurt there for a second. He might have been, but he covered it up so well with that Anderson Silva type rising there. And what a phenomenal body kick. Doing it again. Wow. That's going to take its toll. That's all shin across the ribs.
And Pulver just keeps on coming.
Great hips from Jens. Great wrestling. Able to take it on top. Uriah has the underhook though, and the whip. Uriah needs to get his shoulder deeper in the underhook. If he gets his shoulder deeper, he can nullify that wizard.
Jens Pulver now working that right elbow to the head of Uriah Faber.
He has to be careful. He has to keep his hips flat perfectly. That's how you
fully
stop.
Sprawled out.
Yeah, he's fully sprawled out, but he has to be careful. If he sprawls too much, Uriah can pull him over the top, come up for the single. Nice. Uriah needs to get his head up, though, to avoid any kind of choke. Butterfly guard sweep. Uriah nullified, and he might just get the mount from this position.
Two Division I stud wrestlers, and look at that. Across the front, Uriah Faber with a vicious elbow.
Uriah taking a rest here. Well, take it back. Looks like he was resting.
Exactly what Jens was
And
thinking.
I guess Jens thought the same thing I thought. Maybe the guy was actually going to take a breather. Jens going to push off and get his left foot across, go for the shoulder lock. He's flat on his back now. This is not good for Jens. There he goes. Moving to his hip. He's going to go the butterfly sweep again. He's locked his hands behind the head. If he can get his hips, his butt scooted between the legs of Uriah, he can elevate him up and try to sweep him to his left. Jens holding on. I think he just wants to get a referee to stop this over.
And stand him up?
Yeah, get a stand up.
Uriah gets one more elbow in. Josh Rosenthal says stand it up.
Look at the side of Jens Pulver's right side of his face. Those left hooks are just taking their toll. Uriah needs to get his right hand back up.
Frank, you may not love him in Sacramento, but Jens Pulver, you got to respect this guy. What a warrior.
There's nothing but respect for this guy. This guy is this is the first time we've seen Uriah Faber in a war.
And what a revelation, Uriah Faber's stand-up game. Everyone else in the featherweight division now in the WCC and Grill, great.
Yeah.
He's got that too.
Now what? Now what do you do?
Coming up on 10 seconds to go in this, the third round. We're scheduled for 5.
I think Uriah's noticing that eye too. Look, he came with that lead hook.
We're going to a 4th round here in Sacramento. Stick around and find out how this one shakes down. Round number 4 underway here in the featherweight title bout between Jens Pulver and Uriah Faber. Frank, I don't even dare go to where you have this thing scored so far because it has been an absolute war of attrition, a complete, absolute war. And Jens Pulver has answered the bell every time. Uriah Faber's thrown almost everything at him, and Faber takes a big left to the side of the head. Pulver comes in. Great combination.
Oh. I have Uriah winning this fight. He's edged out each round. It's a close fight, but round by round, there has to be one winner in that round. So even though that we might see this be, a 50 to 20, 45 fight, it's because he's edging out each round. You can't just sit there and go on a total of that it's close. No matter how close a round is, if one guy wins it, he wins the round. And if it's really close and he wins the next round, now it's 28 to 30. He wins the next round, even if it's barely, now it's 30 to 27. And right now I have this a 30-27 fight. It's a close fight, but Uriah's doing
just enough to get him.
He's winning. Yeah. He's landing more shots. You can just look at the difference in the guy's face. Jens Pulver's been on the more of the abusive end now. He's also not scored as many takedowns, and on the ground, Uriah Faber's been more effective with the strikes. He's landing more kicks, landing more punches.
But I guess what's the most shocking thing, Frank, watching here ringside, cage side, is the punishment Jens Pulver's taken over those first 3 rounds, and he's still coming.
Comes from a hard camp. Military's camp trains hard. They beat each other up. This stuff right now that's happening in the ring, this is not the first time this has happened to him. He's not in new waters. He's used to being in wars.
Well, the partisan sellout crowd right now is firmly behind Uriah Faber. A bit anxious because I think a lot of people here thought he would end this thing in the first 3 rounds. And here we are.
Slipped the hand through a nice right counter. I think the left hooks are really going to start scoring for him. I don't see how Jens is able to see those right now with the state that his eye is in. Uriah just needs to still be careful. Jens Pulver is still a powerful one knockout punch type of guy.
Keeping an eye on that left of Jens Pulver.
He's beating him up with the right roundhouse, too. That's one way of keeping a guy's left hand from firing out. Keep firing into his rib cage. Keep firing shots to his head. Nice takedown. He was kind of shooting for the hips, came across the outside leg hook. Look.
Yep.
And this again, now when we hit the ground, Jens is also, it's a close fight on the ground, but Uriah is just landing some shots that are doing damage. So far, Jens hasn't landed any shots on the ground yet and hasn't had any close submission attempts. So again, it's a close fight, but right now Uriah Faber's edging out this round.
Jens has made the mistake several occasions of taking this opportunity to rest, looking over to his corner, trying to get something, and as soon as he does that, Uriah comes over the top with an elbow.
Like I was talking about earlier, it's hard to train for a guy like Uriah because that's normal for guys. In certain positions, you have that like unspoken agreement when you clinch and you hold, and you know you're both resting. Uriah Faber doesn't need to rest, really. He just keeps firing shots off. So where a normal guy in your gym would rest, he doesn't. So you get programmed for that. It's impossible to train for a guy with conditioning like him because who mimics it? Who in Jens Pulver's gym can push at the pace Uriah Faber can push at?
Coming up on 1 minute to go here in round number 4. This one's scheduled for 5 for the featherweight world belt. Currently on the waist of Uriah Faber, who's on top and in control right now and dishing out the punishment to Jens Pulver. But as we've mentioned, over the course of these first 4 rounds, Jens Pulver has been able to answer after taking devastating after devastating shot from the champ.
And Jens' guard, too, he's not winning the ground battle because you can see the way he's holding on. He's just trying to tie Uriah up, clinch him like a boxer would try to smother a guy. He's using his guard effectively to try to block a lot of the strikes Uriah's throwing. See how he's holding his own ankle over the top? Uriah here is just trapped. But there's really no danger coming right now from Jens. He's not doing any kind of threatening maneuvers. His hips aren't moving side to side. He's not attempting to do anything besides minimize the damage and get this fight started back on his feet. So right now, this whole time they've been on the ground, in the judge's mind, the clock has to start. He's winning the ground battle right now. And
less than 10 seconds to go. So we will see a 5th and final round with the belt on the line when we return to Sacramento. Here we go, the 5th and final round for the featherweight world title. Jens Pulver has answered the bell every single time, and there's mutual respect as they come to the center of the cage.
I definitely have Uriah's won every round of this fight. Again, it's been a war, but he's won each individual round. You can't just judge a fight by the totality of the fight. It's round by round. So really, Jens needs a knockout to win or a submission. He needs to end this fight. Winning this round alone, in my opinion, will not win him the fight. So we're going to see if he comes out with that kind of devastation. You go ahead and try to take out Uriah.
And you know what's great about Uriah Faber? We've seen this in other fights before. Fighters that have the fight pretty much won on their minds and their cards' mind, they'll come in and coast. Uriah is still coming full speed ahead. He wants to shut this thing down.
See, there's again the right hand. That's been the punch that's really been, that's been the success of this fight so far for Uriah. Everything he's done has pretty much been set off that lead right hand. The left hooks and jabs, everything's been because that lead right coming out, faking it for the shot. There we go. Faked it through the right hand. That body kick's also been very effective.
Well, with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this fight, we have seen an absolute classic here from both fighters. Uriah Faber and Jens Pulver delivering. After all the buildup and the hype, the fans came out in droves, sold out Arco Arena, and these guys have certainly delivered.
It was a nice 1-3 combination. Uriah threw the jab, came across with the hook, and then fired off the straight right hand. speed. That's like I said, the detail of this fight is that Uriah Faber, you know, we say a lot about his conditioning, but his quickness is unreal. He's so quick.
Frank, and I asked you before this fight started that it was going to go all 5 rounds. What would your thought have been?
I would have thought it was realistic. Remember, I said it was going to be a war. We were going to definitely see Uriah Faber pushed. We were going to see somebody he wasn't going to steamroll through. And this is what we've seen. We got to see a champion go out there and test himself against another fierce competitor to see what the champ is made out of. We've seen him hurt. We've seen him almost finish Jens and have Jens come back and hurt him. And we've seen him recover. Look at the stand-up game we got to see from Uriah. He's dug deep.
Coming up on 1 minute to go, the final minute of this featherweight title bout between Uriah Faber on the right side of your screen and Jens Pulver. Less than a minute to go, and everyone in Sacramento inside the Arco Arena are up on their feet. What a battle this has been. Faber looks to retain that belt, and Jens Pulver looking for a miracle right here to try to pull something off. Faber's just on his game tonight.
He is unbelievable. With the body lock there, stepping across, he's gonna take the back. Jens Pulver sat through, didn't get his back taken. Uriah Faber's in a good position now to sit out the last 25 seconds. I think now it's foregone conclusion he's just won this fight. I don't see Uriah Faber or Jens Pulver doing anything.
He's giving the signal. The California kid is giving the hang loose signal. Something he normally reserves for the end of the fight. We're into the final 10 seconds. What can you say? An epic battle. An absolutely epic battle and mutual respect for both fighters. We will be back to find out who gets the victory and talk to the winner when we return to Sacramento, California. Welcome back to Sacramento, California. The conclusion of a featherweight war for the belt. We go inside the cage. Joe Martinez has the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 of the most exciting rounds ever in the featherweight division, we go to the scorecards. And one more time, Sacramento, for the 2 best featherweights in the world. Let's hear it. And here are your judges' scoring totals. Judge Nelson Hamilton scores the bout 50-45. Judge Richard Bertrand and Marcos Rosales come to the same score of 50-44. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision and still WEC featherweight champion of the world, the California Kid, Uriah Faber!
Sacramento, we're going to talk to both these guys, but first the champ, Uriah. A lot of people came in talking about the power of Jens' left hand, but right away you showed you've got some power of your own with that right. Is that something you've always had, or you've been working on that?
This is something I've always had, and I got to thank my trainers at Ultimate Fitness down here in Sacramento, Master Tong, and all my training partners and Team Alpha Male. Jens has power, guys, and I haven't had a chance to really showcase mine because guys tend to take it down on the mat, but Jens, man, what an honor to fight this guy.
You guys, for those who don't know, he's such a legend in the sport, such an outstanding role model, one of my heroes. So this means so much to me, guys.
This fight has always been about respect for both of you. There's never been any trash talking. Let's talk a little bit, though, just a few minutes after it's ended. What'd you learn about yourself in this one?
You know, I just reassured a lot of things that there's no give in me, and that was a tough fight. First time I've ever gone 5 rounds, and I feel like it was a good test for me and proof of things that I already believe. So.
You sent a shockwave through the featherweight world. Congratulations, my friend. You retain your belt. All right, Sacramento, let's talk to the challenger real fast. Jens, get in here. Goes without saying, a fantastic challenge right there for the champion's belt. I asked him about the right hand. I'm going to ask you. Did that catch you off guard?
Oh, yeah, hands down, he's fast, man. He could get in and out. I had heard about it, but I never really seen him do too much. He always went with the clinch. He's quick. He's a deserved champion. Sacramento, you should be proud you got a great 145-pounder here.
There were a couple times in that fight where Frank Mir, and I'm sure everybody sitting at home, was absolutely amazed that your chin was able to take the barrage. Should we see Faber Pulver 2?
You know what? I would love to do Faber Pulver 2. You know, let me go out there, beat somebody up, come back out here and fight the best in the world, because that's what he is. I'm really climbing. First loss at 45, and I just want to say, Sacramento, I've been a lot of places, a lot of fights. Absolutely amazing what you all just did for us little 145-pounders. I'm goddamn honored to have fought in front of every one of you.
2 great warriors, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that applause coming.
Well, what a fitting end to an absolute epic battle, Frank. What do you think about the night on a whole here in Sacramento?
I'm stunned. I didn't think I could see anything better than Miguel. A fight with Yoshida, and then this fight was unbelievable, amazing. I mean, any superlative you could throw out there wouldn't do this thing justice. You just got to keep watching it over and over again.